is not on mainnet, and so it's it's an advantage because we can test everything without spending actual money. So it's in this sale, basically, you will see something like this, where there is a graph. Now, in this case, it's a very flat curve because we didn't buy anything. So it's the idea with the Dutch auction like copper is that the price starts from a value that is high and goes down until people start buying, and so it's when the market becomes alive. And we, of course, we hope that people buy as soon as possible.
Frankie, just give me just a quick moment. Sorry to cut you there, guys. If you can just confirm in the voice, in the channel that you guys can view this and it's visible for you before we go on. Just drop a a reaction on if you can view this. Okay, cool. I think they can see it. Okay, sorry, Frankie, go on.
Yeah. So this was very quick introduction. So the idea is that you connect your wallet. Of course, it's a completely decentralized system. It works very similar to a normal pool where you go to swap tokens. And actually, it is a pool. It's based on Balancer. So but Balancer are this very interesting mechanism to adjust the weight of the pool, the fees, everything. So it's copper is based on Balancer, and the idea is that when you go to buy something, you of course you see which is the price in this moment. You can see here, this is the price at this moment. You know how much liquidity there is. Of course, here there is little because it's a test, and you can decide to buy using USDC, DAI, ETH, or Rapid ETH. So that is it's your choice. It works anyway. The final count is done in USDC anyway, but you can buy in Ether, for example. In my case, for example, on this wallet I'm connected now, I don't have any USDC, so I can use Ether. It's Ether, of course, on Coven in this case. It's not Ether on mainnet. So if I go here, I can say, oh, I want to buy, and let's say I want to buy not the maximum, because if not, I don't have. If I need to do some other example, so when I go to this, it's why is not showing me the?
Yeah, bear with us because Coven testnet is usually a little slower than the mainnet, so it does glitch sometimes.
Yeah. What I
And
see is
also want to point out while we're waiting for that to upload, the numbers you're seeing here, the total volume, liquidity, price, all of this is just for the test simulation right now. The real listing price and everything will be announced soon as we go out, and we'll also share the actual copper auction link very, very soon. We'll update it on our official links channel on all our social media. So please, if you guys get the chance, you can share that forward with the other sinners.
Yeah. So I was saying here on this account I don't have USDC. Let's see if I can move them from another account. Sorry, from here, for example, I should have some USDC here. Yes, those are USDC, of course, on transfer between accounts. You can see I have a lot of accounts. I want to transfer, for example, 100. Okay. So, okay. In the meantime, that is transferring. What I'm going to do, I can show you how you can buy with directly with Ether. It's very simple because when you go with Ether, you don't have to approve anything. You just go and you buy. And for some reason, you see, it's not on no trades available. What happens to this? I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, Coven testnet was acting a little weird and glitchy for me earlier today too, and then it all of a sudden just popped up and worked.
Yeah, I did. I bought something just a moment ago. You can see here a little change. This is me buying something, and you can see in the action history that I did something just before.
Yeah.
But for some reason, is acting weirdly. So you say I should be able to buy using Ether, but he's not allowing me. So let's see if I receive the SDC in the meantime. Okay, if you use USDC, so I think there is some problem with Coven or with Copper, because this should be 0.3. This should be 100 USDC, because you see,
You'll have to
100.
manually change it because Coven works slowly, so you'll have to manually input either 50 USDC or 100 there, and then approve the USDC.
Yeah, but this.
There you go.
Okay. Anyway, in general, if you put USDC or any other stablecoin, what happens? The first thing, since it's an ERC20 token, you need to approve it. And the approve is when you give permission to balancer to use your USDC. And this is a very standard process that you do with any swapper, any other exchange, decentralized exchange, anything. So before you need to do it. So it says it has been done. In fact, now I can buy. So you see, it has been approved. Now I can buy. When you go to buy, I go here, confirm. Let's see how long it takes. And that's all. It's a very simple process. And yeah, as finished. So now theoretically I should have here some. Yeah, I have. I should have the token. Let's see if I go here and add the asset.
So this is another important step. What Frankie is doing is like, if you haven't interacted with Synr before, you have to add the Synr to your MetaMask so it can appear on the UI. It'll always be on chain. You can always view it on Etherscan, but for it to show up on your MetaMask, you have to import the token contract. And that, please be aware that you only follow the official token contract that will be posted on our official links, because there's already like tons of scammers out there trying to pass on fake contracts for SYN.
Yeah, in this case, let me see where is the. Let me find one moment where is the actual contract address. One moment. Is this one? Can you see? Okay, this is the where we deploy the contract. So of course we will make this public. Okay, but in this case, I'm going here inside, and in the asset, I'm going to add the token that we will find it is Synr 18 decimal, and I add it. And now you see that I have some Synr that I just bought now with Copper, and that is it. Actually, later, of course, this is a trading platform. So if I want to sell, change my mind, I want to sell 20, I can just invest things. I say, okay, I want to sell 20. You can do that. So it's very flexible, Copper. So you can really follow what's happening and regulate your trading strategy and your investment strategy the way you want. But I would say it's very simple. That's all that I wanted to share.
Long story short, Copper is a Uniswap for public sale.
Yeah. It works in a very, very similar way. It uses Balancer as a technology under the hood, and that is it. In fact, you can see whatever happens here in the Balancer pool. And anyway, I think that is all that I wanted to share. So it's
we'd like to we'd appreciate if the Synners can also share this information with all the new members that are joining in the past week. Today, tomorrow, we'll have a lot more joining. Two important factors, well, three. One, please add the official contract to MetaMask. The one you saw right now was the Coven testnet contract. We will update.
Alexa, what's 78 times 2?
Whoa. We will update the main contract soon. Second, you have to approve the spending of whatever asset you're swapping with. It could be ETH, wrapped ETH, USDC, or DAI. Third, most important thing, do not FOMO right out the gate. Please understand the mechanics. Read our Copper how-to guide. Ask us questions. Tag me however many times you guys need. I'll respond as fast as I can. But just make sure, and I'm not saying that it'll always come down. That's not the case. We've also seen other very successful raises that auction started and it just went this curve sloped upwards. So not financial advice about what you should do and what not. I'm just saying do not FOMO. we want the community to be informed about this.
That's good. I guess we can just open up for some questions. And by the way, guys, I mean, we'll be here for the rest of the week every day. But next time we probably will be on stage. We'll recap all other things we said in a video and a documentation aside from the tutorial we have, just in case anybody wanna take another look, understanding how everything works here and there. But let's give the stage to questions.
Yeah. If you guys have questions, just open mic, be polite, and let's do it. Or just type out your questions in the Syndicate voice text. It's really hard to take questions in voice chat with like priority speaker.
Yeah, but there are questions in the channel, I see.
In the Syndicate voice
Yeah.
chat? Oh, he's asking, okay, Iceman's asking where can we find this contract? We have not unveiled our official contract yet. I will update it on the official links, the server official links. And we'll add it to the Telegram bot as well, so they can know which is the official one. And you guys can add it and share it along wherever as you need.
Yeah, maybe we can share the coven, so they can try with that and see how it works.
Yeah, they can try it. For the sinners that are here, I think they understand that's the coven. What my worry is, a lot of people end up thinking that's the real contract, and they get set up with that.
Oh yeah, I see.
But a lot of people are not aware of how copper works yet. And then there's another question about how are you calculating the starting price. We will, we will share the official listing price as soon as the auction link is out. So we'll share all these details that will be on our main copper auction page. You can check out all the details: the starting weight, the end weight, the listing price, the duration, and the exact time as well will be updated today. All right, let's just give it a brief minute. I see people are typing, asking questions. Yeah, swap.
Yeah, it's mostly about flexibility. Someone is asking if using ETH or USDC or DAI, there is no particular difference. One difference is that if you use an ERC20 token like USDC or DAI and you haven't approved previously, you also have to do a transaction for the approval. So you have the cost is a little bit higher just for that. That's all.
Yeah, and I did see a lot of questions pop up about USDT, and just want to ensure that this is only USDC. There's no USDT that will be utilized for this swap.
It's not that we don't want to support it; it's just Copper doesn't support it.
Yeah. I see a question in GC from Big Cat. What's up? What's up? Datum crash, corporate launch. Any concerns for Sin City? It feels there's much bigger hype for Sin City. That's a valid concern. We've talked to the Copper team. We've been in communication with them daily for a while. They've also scaled out. They've worked on a couple of different fixes. We've been told there should be no issues. And fingers crossed, it should be all fine. At the end of the day, if we get like way too many sinners, which is a good thing, I hope nothing happens. But we'll see how it goes. They have told us that they've scaled out. Spacey is asking, centralized exchange listings. I can't comment on that, how far or close it is, but you best believe we've been working at it for a while, and it's looking good.
There is a question about the bonus NFT drops.
Yeah, I think Roy, would you like to touch base on that with how what the leaderboard is related to and what we have coming right after TG?
Okay, say that again.
Since the question just came up about the leaderboard for the NFT drops, if you would like to touch base about the staking and the leaderboard of right after 2G, what we have coming up.
For sure, for sure. I mean, like, I know, and we appreciate the enthusiasm on the community. We're super pumped about that. I mean, like one of the signs of that, I tell the whole team is like, hey, sleep as much as you can over the weekend because you don't get the luxury for the rest of the week through the whole weekend. So because there's so many things happening aside from like the copper launch and IDO. We're super pumped to spice things up a little bit during the whole launch, where we are gonna have the leaderboard features coming up as well during the Copper launch, where there will be iconic trophies will be airdropped to the winners of the leaderboard. So more rules to be rolled out quickly, and we can show everybody the design of that and how it works here and there. But long story short, it should be very simple. It's straightforward. Basically, it's just a leaderboard for participants of the copper.
I didn't
And
anything, but
sorry.
No, sorry, I think somebody's mic is hot. Please mute yourself.
Okay. Right. So it's a leaderboard that for any participants of the copper that goes from certain ranges to ranges, and some of the winner given the contribution can get I think it's according to the design is a monument or trophy with a name on that lives across the SYNCITY um, in the metaverse forever. So that's the leaderboard. Um, and it'll be a quite different designs of that as well for different tiers of a winners. And also, immediately after the copper, I mean, of course, we will all do this as a proper, but for everybody here today, we're gonna do like an alpha, which is like we also gonna launch with a staking as well, and that's super exciting, and really appreciate the team being working their ass off to make everything happen. We know, and we learned from a lot of partners and other people in the industry. They kind of rushed it, and I really appreciate our team being really pushing to the extra mile to get.
Roy, we lost you. I don't know if you're still here. Can't hear you.
Yeah, I got kicked out by Discord.
Classic.
Yeah, I guess like a Discord cannot handle that many people in the group. Lesson learned. So, it's. I mean, again, I think we will announce that after this call to the community. But super excited for this. Can you still hear me? Okay.
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
All right. All right.
I see Tucker asked if we're getting enough sleep. Yeah, just about 3-4 hours as usual. That's enough for
Three.
us.
Yeah, every day, guys. I mean, it's sometimes like Divash and myself. I mean, I will ask the rest of the team as well. Just keep our number at to put onto the do not disturb to put through the do not disturb exclusive like excluding list so that we can pick up phone calls whenever needed. That's it. That's what's happening.
Yeah, it's pretty wild because a lot of different things we've been part of, but this is the only one that I've seen. It's like, yeah, crypto is 24/7, but this is like 24/7 high engagement. It's insane, and there's Telegram, which is going crazy. I love Discord. Discord is like my favorite. SYNCITY server is my favorite server ever. And then we've got Twitter that's going crazy and everything revolving around it. But no complaints. It keeps us going, and we're having a lot of fun building personally. And I'm pretty sure I can speak for the rest of the team as well. They're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, never done anything like this before. I mean, like some of our partners previously, they started off with bigger partners than ours, and then when they saw how fast the community grows, and I think everyone should be proud of themselves here. Every single person here should be proud of themselves. You made it whatever happened today. So
Yeah, yeah, and I do keep seeing a lot of questions about what's coming next and whatnot, and I just want to say we do have a cadence, and there is so much to share that we are ready with, but all of this will come after the public sales. There's additional partner announcements, there is product announcements, there is just news that is just going to be it's just going to rock the whole industry kind of announcement. So we have a lot in the works.
Yeah,
I sorry, go on.
yeah, one thing I can offer a little bit, not to say specify an exact name drop, but whatever you see on the news, right? Look, it's not easy to get the deals done. Also, it's not gonna end just at the announcement, if you know what I mean. So whatever you see out there, this announcement, of course, they're gonna be further extended partnership. They're not just gonna end up at just for the sake of announcement. We are more mature than that, so that you can see these people line up at just I would say only 20% of what they have behind the curtain. And the reason why we're being kind of a slowing down on announcement, actually we're not slowing down. We just we really want to just focus on the consolidating everyone, get everybody consolidated before the launch, and without making any distractive movements. You know what? We're very much ready for distractive movements and post the launch, right? I just want to make sure the launch is proper, safer, no surprises, so on and so forth. And whatever you see on the partnerships, yeah, that's just the beginning that's the kickoff of the partnership.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I also saw a couple of questions and comments that popped up over the past few weeks in general chat that, why doesn't the team hype up what we are doing? That's just the way we have. We've been building this for years and we've worked together for a while. We believe we just want to roll out what we have. We don't want to overpromise anything, but we do know whatever we roll out will be super sick. And we just don't want to hype people up right before the public sales just for the sake of it with announcements and everything. And just like Roy said, this is, step one of 100 with all the announcements we are doing. Everything's been laid out for the next year and a half, 2 years, and we're good to go.
Yeah, we're in the long haul, right? We're not in a short term pop up and just no. I mean, we've been through iterations. We made our money before, and we just want to do this for the right project. So it's I think that's the focus right here. We want to do things right. Personally, I'm pretty sick of other crypto projects like gaming projects, so called play to earn, whatever bullshit on the market. I think they're all scams. I think whoever follows existing models like you just earn and withdraw and then dump it, that's just super bad. Whoever promised that you have X amount of a day return, that's a super bad. It's just death spiral. That's ridiculous. You should be very careful don't to go into these kind of scams. And then that's why we are here trying to build a proper ecosystem around it. And I think a reason why we have the community like this is proves our point.
Yeah, this is a good question by Tucker right now. What's going on with Kylie? How's she involved? Best believe Kylie is one of if not, I think the biggest influence in the world, right? So it did take like a
I
lot
think
of
it's certified. It's verified.
yeah,
She is the biggest. Like
biggest
her
by
Instagram, her Instagram, when the announcement, when her tweeted out was around 293 million on Instagram, and now I think she surpassed. I think she surpassed like 300 mil on Instagram alone. Not
yeah.
sure it's all because of our sinners. Not sure, but I wish we have that million followers. But she is biggest, and we're super excited for what about to come.
Yeah, and to add to that is, he asked what are her following plans for marketing. You best believe we've been working on months to ensure a proper cadence. This is not just marketing, it goes way beyond, which is what Roy was saying earlier, right? We just cannot unveil everything in one day. We're probably gonna, have it as after the launch, we have so many other announcements. Kylie being a really big announcement, but it's just one of the many of the same caliber.
I mean, we're excited to get the kind of opportunity to somewhat collaborate, engage with the largest influencer in the world, right? I'm not sure if you guys follow other cells on OpenSea. They chose personal brand being on the top of grossing. There's like, look, this industry is super new here. There are a lot of opportunity has been discovered. A lot of brand integration opportunity. There's talent collaboration opportunity. A lot of engagement opportunities that have not really being explored. And coming from traditional gaming, I know the playbook, the multiple angles being played again through traditional entertainment, Web2, consumer internet hasn't been really utilized in crypto, and that's the way we see. Again, it's and also like we just want to try to keep the cadence, so that everything can be digested, understood by the community, and move forward.
Yep. I see a question from Isaac about the max spending for the IDO. That's a great question because I wanted to touch base on that. So Polkastar just updated their time in the personal allocation size. It's $400 for max personal allocation. The other IDO platforms are still going to update, but their mechanics are a little bit different, like Blocktopia, Blockpad, and TrustPad. They're based on different tiers of staking. So the more you stake, the larger your allocation size. If I'm not wrong, Blocktopia's is tier 1 is a 1x, whatever your allocation is, and tier 9 leads into 28x of your tier 1 allocation size. I hope that made sense, but it's best you can go onto their platform and understand the mechanics because all of them have different ones. Now that leads me to another question that we've been seeing quite often is like, why did we choose copper and why did we go with copper? It's really hard to ensure that everybody is content with what we choose. And for that reason, we first went with an IDO. People weren't really, hyped about just going with one IDO partner. We went back to the drawing board. We announced 3 more. So we have 4 IDO partners. And then Copper launch is very important because a lot of people do not want to stake $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 worth of, X token to participate in SYNCITY IDO. For that reason, we had to open Copper. It's a permissionless decentralized pool, so it's all inclusive. A, B, there's no min max cap over there, and C, it's very flexible for the amount of currencies you can use to swap for our native governance token, which is the Synr. So we tried every possible angle we could with multiple IDO partners. By the way, those 4 IDO partners have different mechanics too. So that's another thing we ensured that you're not stuck with the same mechanics for all 4. And then Copper is open for everyone, and Copper is worth 3 days, right? So there's no first come first serve there. There's no there's not going to be a gas war. You guys can choose whatever you think is the optimal time and gas price to enter. And the most important thing, it's a fair launch. It's not a fixed price, so it's purely based on demand parameters. And we were also explained, and we've done our homework is, if demand is there, if there is extremely high demand for the for whatever launch it is, in this case SYNCITY, doesn't matter what parameters you set on Copper auction, it does not follow that downward sloping curve, and it'll just totally do its own thing. But also, to add to that, do not FOMO on the first minute. I'll keep saying that. I'm not saying you guys need to do it or not do it. We just want to make sure, just don't FOMO. Read the how to Copper guide that we have posted. I'll keep sharing it in the general chat. It's in the official links. Any questions you have, reach out to the team. We'll keep answering. All right, we do have some more time, so we can probably take some more questions. Mr. Pierce said you guys should go with the name City Sinners. By the way, Roy, Mr. Wick, Frankie, if all of these questions are being posted right above the Medicine Radio in the Syndicate voice text, just in case you want to read them. You should go with the name City Sinners also to avoid with the ones that's similar. Sorry, mate. We've been in it for way too long, and we're just doing it with it. Thanks for that suggestion, though. We did consider that. Is there anything we as a community can do a better job if you'd like to see more from us? Dude, the Sinners are crushing it. There's no way we can ask for anything more from you guys. You guys are absolute beasts, everyone. It's almost like having a team of like 10,000 people with us, and we really discuss this all the time, and we do not take this lightly.
Yeah, guys, look at it. Look at our community. This is a bigger community to be launched. I've never seen any community larger in this size and this engagement. Other communities boring. Like I used to spend a bunch of time in other communities and never do that ever again. This is a place like that we grow even faster than we expected, as long as to the level that Discord can support. Unless they're gonna be pivoting to our decentralized Discord, but that's a long story.
I see this question. This is another interesting question, and that's a great question. But I see a lot of this on Telegram. So it says, so the tokenomics, but what are the plans for the proceeds after the auction? This is something being in the space from like 2013 and then the ICO phase in, 15, 16, 17. This question always popped up, around then, which is a still very valid question. We are doing a totally different thing over here. It's a long-term vision. There's going to be a lot of building. There's going to be a lot of mergers, acquisitions. It's not a simple do TGE and what we're gonna do with the funds. There's big plans, and this will be updated on the white paper. As I mentioned, it's a living white paper. Any updates we'll do that are white paper worthy, because we have tons of announcements, as you guys have seen. We can't put everything there, but anything big that affects the product and the roadmap, that will be updated as a whole new section in the white paper. So we will update that as this moves forward. We can continue this discussion in general chat if you guys need to.
Yeah, I think this year, 2020 is a good year. 2022 is a good year for Metaverse. 2021 kicked off the NFT adoption. This is going to be a very, very different year for Metaverse. Everyone I know is funneling into the Metaverse, and every partner, every investor, every institution partner I talked to, they were shocked about what have we been showing momentum, product community wise to them. They're shocked. So this 2022 is going to be a big year.
Yeah, and Roy can confirm this. Of course, we talk all the time, but every day we knock off some things on the list or achieve something, and I'm always like, I personally don't believe in myself what we're doing. So it's really hard to like go out and tell people what we're doing without having like, this is actually without rolling out the product and rolling out the announcement. So trust me, we are equally, if not more excited than you guys to share everything that's going on behind the scenes. But as we said, it's a marathon, and we have to follow the cadence. I think our bot is broken. I'll call the intern and get that fixed. Part Po said, another DJ said, yeah, man, knock yourself out. By the way, Roy and team, Part Po and Jonathan, these are two in-house resident DJs that are always throwing parties. So, they're always down. We're going to have a cover launch auction party this weekend. We're going to leave it to, the syndicates to decide what day you guys want it. Preferably, if we can do it on Saturday, it would be epic, because we'll be pretty swamped on Friday, just handling everything and the queries coming in once the auction is live. If we can do that, let us know. I've already told you guys, whatever you guys need, we can get it sorted. We can do some giveaways. We can do a major game night along with the DJ sets, and we'll make it happen. Can you tell us about the music side of things? For example, what is the CEO doing for this project? The CEO is working on a lot of different things that will be rolled out in the near future. And with the CEO, we'll have about 10 other people of the same caliber.
Yeah, I can say that. I mean, the CEO will be doing AMA. He's busy recording his new song, so that's he's being like focused on his art, and I'm plotting him out. Like we just got a call this morning. We're tentatively doing a thing. We announced right tomorrow or something. We'll do announce AMA together to everyone and do his new song on 25th, post 25th, something around that. We're still figuring the time. Like, he's high most of the time, as you know. so it's a bit hard to sometimes just hey, let's do tomorrow, all right, and then just pass. So it's a I guess it's a kind of a fusion where we get a mass adoption. Just get more towards that. Like a lot of artists does not work like tirelessly like crypto folks, I guess.
Yeah. Another question, good one from Goose. He's asking, is 10 billion governance token common? Seems high for my research. Two things here. It's all based on the valuation rather than the number of tokens, right? It doesn't matter if it's 10,000, which then the price of each SYN would be like so much higher versus 10 billion. Like this is strategically decided for us because we can see the adoption coming in. We haven't even launched and we're over like 500,000 community members. We haven't even kicked off like major marketing yet. We haven't even announced the big partnership integrations. And imagine if our supply was a lot smaller with a high valuation, then it would be in control of a few. And to make that happen, we had to spread that further. And then you ask if it's common. What about SYNCITY is common? That's another
Plus,
thing.
yeah, why do you want to be calm?
Yeah. And then Tucker asks, so Discord levels. Trust the Mafia. Give us time. Best believe it's all in plan.
Honestly, one thing we said is like, hey, there's something we can do about that, right? The answer is like, dude, do you want to crash the server again? Yeah. So, all right, that's a valid point. So, like I said, like we want a smooth launch, and meaning that everything runs as supposed to be, no more surprises. That's where we are. And people are charged over the weekend for a 12-hour sleep. So now we're just all eyes, all hands on deck to prepare for a smooth launch. But like yeah, you will see what's gonna happen for our levels.
I think it's almost we have a little bit more time. You guys, if you have any questions for anything additional, you can ask us now, but we'll be in GC as well. I did have one more announcement pending from one of our sinners. Let's see. Shout out Synr content. Okay, so you guys know we introduced the new sinners content, right? That is there's informative and there's videos that are pretty informative there about the copper launch, about how to navigate Sin City, the safety and security of the sinners over there. So far we've posted a couple there thanks to Iceman and Tucker. Not to forget there's a lot of other people that releasing great content and we're viewing it, and I'm actually pinning those and keeping a repo. What we're trying to do, at least for the Synr content channel, is keep the videos shorter, so all the new members that are coming in, they can view them, and it's not like an hour-long video because then they just churn and they won't view it. So if we can keep these videos anywhere between 2 minutes to 6 minutes or 2 to 10 minutes, if there's a lot more needed, we can keep doing that. I'll be happy to add content that that's a general consensus and agreement from the team. We'll add them there. With that said, Cyan, one of our sinners, informed me that there is a new music video and rap song for the Sin City and Sinners overall. These guys have been hard at work for that, and they released different songs and tracks before, but I heard this one is like the new thing, and it's a lot bigger and cooler. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, so we're literally uploading it to YouTube right now. It's going to take like a half an hour to process in HD. I'm like so upset because I like wanted it to be done by the end of this. But yeah, it'll be out in like a half hour, and then I'll DM you, and then you can throw it in the channel if you don't mind. But yeah, no, I think you guys will like it a lot.
Okay, for sure.
I'm excited for y'all to see it.
Nah, we're pretty hyped too. This is epic. We've never had our own rap songs for our community before, so this is pretty sick. And we'll add it to the Synr content channel. I'll also add an announcement over there so everybody can view it. And yeah, let's see how that goes.
Sweet, thank you. I appreciate it.
For sure.
All right. So yeah, I mean, don't worry if we haven't answered your question. Just reach out and let's do it all over again tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be here every day. Of course, without chat as well, but we'll also do voice AMAs. If you guys have anything else, just text us. We'll be around. And yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Frankie, for the simulation and walkthrough of the Cova and Copper test. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
The real Mafia.
The real Mafia. All right, guys, you have a good one. We'll catch up in GC later.